Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it's going to be Vikings football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They send the tight end in motion left. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Has the connection to Hawkinson. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He put everything he had into this one. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
23.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Slot receiver headed left.
Hot.
First down throw, Lawrence. He lofts it deep left. What a dive! I think he caught it! Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
It's a gain of 45 yards. That's another Jaguars first
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out.
goal at the 6.
And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Lisa 24. Silver.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives this forward to the 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
30 left. Hot.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Cut near the goal line. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. On now is Cook to kick this away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Got ready.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Escapes a defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. On play action now, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
McCarthy to throw for it. Throw is caught by the back. What a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down and pull off the conversion. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
If a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, well, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Lawrence working from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Cook to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Jaguars football.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the south. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharpier in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Fits it through the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They'll run with Jones. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense up to the line fast. McCarthy throwing on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
On red.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red.
From the gun, ETN gets it. They will have it up to around the 23-yard line on the play. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Hey, go.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Red on red.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Sink right. Hot.
ETN again. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Hey.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Phil.
Lawrence now off the play action. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Gets this to Fant. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
11.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Sticking to the air with Lawrence. We've got a screen to the running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Silver.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Strange here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. This one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Well, he got crushed on that tackle, and now we can see he's in a good deal of pain out there. We'll need a timeout so he can get some assistance and get off this field. They'll run, ETN. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Man in motion here. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He'll get this to ETN. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's into the hands of Moore. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Jaguars are going to get the football inside the enemy 40.
You know, Kate, it's tough enough to cover guys in this league for 3 seconds, but when you get a play like that and a quarterback extending the play out of the pocket, it is so hard defensively to just stay disciplined, but they do. They still have eyes on the ball, and that interception is all about effort, all about eyes, and a huge play for the defense.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence working from the gun. He gets this one to Strange. He's got it in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the... Escapes out to the left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
On the move, headed right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars continue piling onto this lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. He's got him. That's Addison. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Go.
Jones once more. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. He'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Vacates quickly left side. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
2nd down carry for Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. McCarthy looking to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
And
McCarthy to throw for it. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
ready?
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
All right, let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets this to Fant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
13, Lou. Lou.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville. First and 10.
Lawrence throwing here. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense set for a first and 10.
Hey, kill. Silver.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
18 Cardinal. Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Here we go.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A 9-yard gain helps them recover in short order. It's second and 11.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
On red. Here we go, son.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going deep. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing zone first, Brock, per the new rules this season, the ball comes out to the 20 and not the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Jones. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Jones reels it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They give to Jones, right side. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time.
And no, they faked it! That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep, and they pick him off again. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go.
Trying it right side with Etienne. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Red on red.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They go right back to ETN. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Hey, hey, hey. 11, 11. 11, 11. Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence taking a deep shot here. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And now we'll have to take a moment for an injured player, and it's a significant one. Tight end T.J. Hawkinson in some pain after the play. Now McCarthy throwing all the way to the end zone here. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. Check. Here we go, son.
The pitch is to ETN. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
An option give here to ETN. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. Not on the same page with his tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get it complete.
And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Smash!
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hey, lion!
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Silver.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, run! Here we go, son.
Quick pass, right side, complete. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
They're running the option, short side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Take the ball himself for a big run.
They're set up at the 35 now.
It's hot!
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars nearing their 6th win this season. They're set up at the 35 now.
Red on red. Silver.
Now toss it to ETN. Room to run inside the 20. And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
Here we go, son.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Red, red.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.